Hey, this is Todd, Red River Tactical and Outdoors. Today we're going to look at a gun. It is the FNS 9. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break this gun apart and let you see it. It's going to be a little dirty because I just fired a few rounds to it. I was doing a review on this old light, weapon light, so I'm going to take it off real quick. This gun, I'm doing a review on it again because I've now put right at 2,000 rounds through this gun, and I want to give you an update on it. Great gun, 17 round magazines, comes with three mags, and all I've done to the gun since I've had it is I put the you can see the gun's empty, make sure of that. I have put the Trigicon HDs on there, as you can see there. The sights that come on the gun were pretty good sights, but what I didn't like about them, the rear sight had a slope down, so you couldn't hardly do any one-handed manipulations with it. And I want a good shelf on my sights to do one-handed manipulations with, so I put these Trigicon HDs on there to try them out. Usually go with XS Big Dots. XS Big Dots are great sights, but I thought I'd try out the Trigicon HDs. They're working fine. I noticed it was shooting, when I put the HDs on there, it was shooting just a little bit low, but you can change this back strap. I found out you can put the flat one on or the palm swell on, and it will actually change your point of impact from where you draw and shoot by changing that back strap out. So play with that a little bit when you get the FNS 9, and don't just see what feels best for your hand. Put each one of them on and go out and shoot with it and see which one you hit better with, because that backstrap will change your point of impact sometimes. Not on everybody, but it did for me. Also put a Arachna Grip slide spider on there. I love those. Get you a better grip for manipulating the slide. Also, the FNS 9 does have front cocking serrations on it, where you can cock from the front if you like that. I usually don't. And the only other thing I done to the gun was I did put a back plate on there, 3% back plate, and color filled the slide, and that's it. That's all I've done. So right at 2,000 rounds, the trigger's good. You can see there's your take up and your trigger, and it hits that wall. Then it's got a good clean break, and the reset on it right there get you back to that good clean break again. So it's got a good trigger. One thing I will tell you, the trigger will break in after you shoot it. You'll notice a difference from when you buy the gun and after 250 rounds. After 1,000 rounds, you'll really know a difference in it. That trigger smooths out nicely. So let's take it apart and look at it and see if there's any where the wear and all that is. So take it apart. You're going to lock slide to the rear, pull this takedown lever straight down, release the slide, pull the trigger, and it comes apart. And you can see, like I said, I've shot this gun. I went out and shot it about 18 rounds to it because I was going to do a video on it. So you can see it's still got some grease in there. What I clean my guns with, what I lube them with, I lube them with wheel bearing grease that you buy from Walmart, and that's what I lube all my striker fired guns with. Looking on the inside of it, you can see it looks a little wet because of the grease splattering on it. I just cleaned it, but recoil spring is in good shape. The barrel has no noticeable wear on it at all. There's a little wear right there in the slide, you can see that, but that's normal. Like I said, the gun is great. FNS puts a up on their barrel. FN does. I like that. It's comical. So you know which way up is when you're putting the gun back together, I guess. But FN has made a real great gun here. Like I said, right at 2,000 rounds and not one single malfunction out of this gun. And it's been through classes. It's been through normal shooting, just about everything. So they got a real good product, and it's a real good price point too. I would say that this gun, I would call it superior to the Glock, and I love Glocks. I have 3 of them. And this is the only gun that I know of that I would say is superior to the Glock, just because of the way it's made, the way it feels, the way it shoots. It's an excellent gun, striker fired gun. And I only shoot striker fired guns. I have no hammer fired guns. I want them simple, with no buttons on them, no external safeties. I want to be able to draw this gun, pull the trigger, and it go bang. That's what I want in a gun, and that's what this gun does. The only thing I will say about it is the aftermarket industry is not FN friendly for some reason. I don't know why. There's not a lot of products out there for it, for the aftermarket, but then again, there's not really anything you need to do to the gun. You can find sights. XS makes sights for it. Trigicon makes sights for it, but there's not a lot of companies out there that's making sights for it. Just a few. That's the ones I would look at: Trigicon HDs, XS Big Dots. That's the two I would look at if I was looking to put sights on. Now, putting these sights on, this rear sight is easy. It comes out easy, goes in easy. You're fine. This front sight is a pain. It takes a sight pusher will not get this front sight out. Tried it with a sight pusher wouldn't budge it. Ended up having to put it in a vise, put a leather belt around the slide, put the slide in a vise, hammer and a punch, beat the far out of it, it goes out, and it don't go in any easier. I had to pound this thing in, but you can do it yourself. So change the sights out, you're good to go with this gun. Like I said, 17 round magazines, and the magazines, on the FNS 9C they got a slim magazine release. It's a little hard to get to, but on the FNS 9, real easy to get to. The mags drop free, unlike the Glock. That's the worst thing I hate about a Glock, is when you hit that mag release, the empty mags don't drop out. You have to shake the gun or come up there and pull them out. This gun, when you hit that mag release, that mag's going to drop out every time. So real good manipulations with this gun. It does have the slide lock, ambidextrous on both sides, as well as the magazine release. So for the lefties, the only thing that's not ambidextrous on it is a takedown lever, and I don't think that's any big deal. They fit in the SIG P320 holsters, and there's plenty of holsters out there for these guns, so you're not short on holsters. Safariland makes some good ones. The Wolfgar Concealment is the holster I have right here because it fits the Olight weapon light. Check Wolfgar out, made in USA, made in Louisville, Kentucky. But there, like I said, there's plenty of holsters out there. But what I would recommend you do on this gun when you buy it is change these back straps out and shoot with both back straps and see which one shoots the best, not feels the best. Because for a lot of people, I've noticed, not only myself, but that back strap will change your point of impact on the way you hold the gun, and it affects your natural point of aim. So do change that out and try it. Other than that, it's a great gun. I've done nothing to the grip. It's got good texturing on it. I didn't have to stipple it. I stippled my Glocks because I want a grippier gun. My hands sweat a lot, but this texturing is great. It's got good texturing on the sides, good texturing on the back, and on the front. What I really like is these lines running across and not up and down. It helped you out on your grip. Front cock and serrations, I mentioned that, and that's about it. It's got a good beaver tail back here. So the FNS, check them out. A great gun, real great gun. If you're looking for something that's really Glock-like, but just a little bit better than a Glock, this is your gun. I like the, also before I go, I like the lip on the magazines for double feeds. You can get a good grip on those and rip those magazines out if you need to. It comes with a flared mag well. It's not flared too big, but it is flared enough to where those magazines will go right in there and you're not looking, and it'll guide the mags right in there. So again, FN, check them out, FNS 9. They have a 9C, it's a compact, and the 9 long slide. The 9 long slide is probably equal to the Glock 34. This FNS 9 is equal to the Glock 19 in barrel length and the Glock 17 in grip length. The FNS 9C is kind of in between the Glock 26 and the Glock 19. I compare all guns to Glocks, so that gives you a little reference to what the sizes of the guns are. Again, great gun. Check them out. FNS 9. This is Todd, Red River Tactical and Outdoors. Hope you found this video informative. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And remember, be safe and always be ready.